Hello there, back with Soulstone Survivors, and today I'm apparently showcasing a build. And it's going to be a glorious Doom build with a bunch of lasers. So you know what, let's skip straight to where I get the basics down. And that's the complete build. You want 5 Rays of Doom and 1 Bloodlust. How is this going to work? Actually don't need that anymore. Critical damage. What do you want for the skills? So obviously you have your Rays of Doom, you have your Bloodlust, and the way it's going to work. The Bloodlust is going to give you a lot of movement speed and a lot of frequency. And eventually, it will be lasting permanently. What does Doom give you? It applies Doom, that's what it is. It applies a lot of damage to many targets all around you. And you have 5 of them, and you have a lot of multicasts. Essentially, your targets will be always full health, which means it's good to have the one rune that I didn't actually get. It's also important to have Exposed Weakness, which after you crit has a chance to double your Doom application, which is a lot of damage. You want a lot of movement speed because you will essentially have to be running away at all times. And you want any and all upgrades that give you bonuses to Aura, which is Doom, and the Magical, which is, well, Doom, and Shadow, which is, well, Doom. You also want a bunch of Magnet and a bunch of Crit, because, well, Magnet allows you to not have to run into experience range with all the red areas, and the well crits, because Doom crits. And also you want a bunch of critical damage. And now, let's see how the build performs. Now, another thing, you also want to avoid this stuff, so you have to banish that. You have to banish that. Duration. Another thing, the good use of banish is to actually reduce the duration, to banish these things whenever you max out the frequency to make sure you have duration and cooldown match. So duration increase, and now have what? 13. So now I have a glorious upgrade, multicast Shadow, and that's gonna apply to all my damaging abilities. And also area, because yes, essentially, the build is a lawnmower. Anything that's low health is going to instantly evaporate on the edges of the screen. And it has a little bit more health, will take a hard second. Now let's see how it actually deals with the bosses. Multicast, one of them. Also, another target to delete. This one is going to apply to just one of the things, but the bonus is actually quite substantial, so banish with care. Potency of Bloodlust. This one you never banish, because potency increases your cooldown and movement speed bonus, and you kinda need both. Another thing that's usually overrated is the armor. And also the Touch of Ice. I'd actually lock the armor and take the Touch of Ice, because, you see, Touch of Ice does not damage enemies, and this may become irrelevant eventually whenever I get the one rune that I never got. Imagine that. And now I have armor, fantastic. And also very important to give yourself a bunch of movement speed. And look at the damage, good lord. I wish I had that rune, you see. And of course, whenever you max out the criticals, you don't actually need that rune anymore. And I'm not sure if I get it on the record here. Oh yes, and the final thing. Fateful Strikes. It is the only on-hit effect apart from Ice that you can actually pick up. Ice, fantastic, fantastic. Now, let's see how it performs in general. And of course, to pause that, this is the one rune that I always wanted but never got. You have a 100% chance to deal a critical strike on enemies with full health. And with Doom, all enemies are always at full health, even if you hit them. This is the one and only best rune for this build. What was the best card? Well, it probably was the best card, good lord. And somebody didn't even speak about the things that I have down there, look at that. I have Singular Focus, which is actually the thing that allows me to have multiple copies of the same skill. I have the Focus Fire, which decreases the area I don't care about, but increases damage by 60%, which is a lot. I have Purusei, which increases the damage of all things, provided I don't have many on-hit effects on the target. And currently I don't have many. So let's say this is hitting real hard. And of course your skill inclination Shadow, because you kinda want to be able to find all these 5 Rays of Doom within the amount of rerolls that you get from the game. And of course your reroll master, every 10 levels you get an extra reroll. Yeah, without it, you can't really get anywhere. Shall we continue? And that's the build. And let's look at the damage. Okay, 64 million is absolutely colossal. If you watched this far, thank you for watching this far, and if you're watching this far, why not subscribed? And also, what do you think of the build? Write something in the comments. And see you in the next video.